Welcome to the Figure Zone. Today I've got a 1/6 scale G.I. Joe Storm Shadow figure. This is from the Threezero Fig Zero series. This is a smaller box, almost like a sideshow kind of size box. Got the usual warnings on the back: don't feed to your children under 3 years old because they shouldn't be chewing on action figures. It's got a cool little flap here so you can see your figure all wrapped up in plastic, so in case you want to display it like that for some strange reason. And once you open up the figure, which I like to do from the bottom just in case there's any kind of damage going on, you get your Storm Shadow. When you flip the figure upside down, you see a little tray of some weapons and some random weapons kind of shoved underneath there too. It works. It's cool. Now this figure is based off like every kind of Storm Shadow that we've been looking for. You've got the IDW version kind of mixed in with the classic cartoon version, which also looks just like the figure. And again, this is the Storm Shadow I've been waiting for someone to make forever. This is the best representation I've seen yet. Now, weapons. He has to have weapons. He's got a cool bow, which looks really nice, and it's got the actual working string. He's got some arrows here, which look really, really nice. He's got his swords. They are plastic, but still cool. They look like metal, and I'm digging on those. They look very nice. He's got some nunchucks, some nunchaku, and those actually slot into a spot on his belt, which is frackin' sweet. And some wrist pegs, just in case you break them. And he's also got this cool little storage thing that slides over top of him, hangs on his back, which holds his swords, and it also holds some arrows, so that's pretty cool. Now for the hands, you got some sword holding hands, you got some fist hands going on, you've also got some hands for holding the bow, and you got some basic kind of relaxed hands. And definitely check out the instruction manual, shows how to get everything on there just in case, how to put the swords on, because you don't want to break your figure. If you're digging on this video and want to help out my channel, hit that thumbs up button. What happens is, in the Matrix, an algorithm is produced. The algorithm is produced by interaction with viewers. Therefore, the Matrix will send this video to more viewers. And not the Matrix, YouTube. And here is Storm Shadow. Well, I'm digging on this. He's got this cool hood. The hood is very cool. It's got some wires in it, and you can pretty much futz around with it. You can get it pretty much laying flat. What's really cool about this figure is he's not just plain white ninja. He's got some silvers thrown in there. Of course, you got the red Cobra insignia, which you gotta have. But I like how they added some different colors and features to this thing. Looks very cool. It stands out a little bit more. You've got some harder plastic-like armor going on the front, which does look pretty awesome. His belt can move around a little bit, so you can adjust that as you pose him around. His back looks awesome there with all these different patterns going on. The figure definitely stands out. He's got some seamless arms, but they're not like that silicone stuff. They're like a hard kind of rubber, but they don't seem to hold pose too well. They kind of go up and kind of flop down a little bit. I don't know if I'd press it too far. Be a little bit worrisome there. He's got some material pants going on. He's got the split cut boot design. The top piece is like a hard plastic, but I consider it like a hard piece armor. He's got the tabi kind of boot style going on there. And you gotta have articulation in the feet with a ninja, or else your ninja's gonna suck. So yeah, it looks really, really cool. This guy, he stands out. I put him with my G.I. Joe sideshow figures, and he just looks awesome. He pops. Again, this is the Storm Shadow we've all been wanting. Now, I like to show this stuff on camera to make sure nothing happens or there's any kind of problems so everybody can know about this. When you put the sheath on, you pretty much have to pop the head off, move the arm, and that slides over. Putting the head on can sometimes be a bit difficult. The ball joint inside the head moves around, and the opening inside the neck also moves around. The material kind of gets in the way a little bit too, so you got to get that thing positioned just right. And sometimes getting the head on is not easy because everything's moving around, and you're trying to push this thing down without destroying your figure. So pretty much keep lining everything up, but once you get it down, you're good to go, and knowing is half the battle. What's really awesome is Threezero said they're expanding their line. We got a cool looking roadblock, we've got an awesome looking freaking Lady J here, and one of my favorites is Firefly, so we got him coming up soon too. So as opposed to just doing Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow over and over and over again, they're going to give us more figures, which is awesome. So far right now, if you don't have them yet, you've got the basic Snake Eyes in black, you've got the Snake Eyes Dead Game figure, we have the figure I'm reviewing, of course, and also this sweet looking camouflage version of Storm Shadow with his Arashikage symbol on the chest as opposed to the Cobra symbol. And that looks really fracking cool. Also from the company BBK, we got this cool looking Scarlet figure. The only bummer is she doesn't come with her signature little mini crossbow yet that I know of. It may show up, who knows, when you actually get the figure. But it looks pretty cool. It's very cartoonish looking, but that's fracking awesome. They've also made a Lady J figure, which we're going to just mostly pretend doesn't exist. No, bad. Now this figure is definitely fracking awesome. This is the ultimate Storm Shadow. Again, the figure I've been wanting forever in a Storm Shadow. He just has all the right weapons he needs. He's got just so much cool stuff. He looks amazing, and again, he pops big time on your shelf. The only downfall again is when you bend him at the elbow area. It's the rubber is super thick, so it hits the other part of the rubber and doesn't, like, you can't like take the hand and like completely squeeze it against his head like for the double bend. His arms raise up perfect, his knees got the double bend, everything else is superposable on here. And again, you can get some poses on here, you just can't take his hand and, you know, squish it all the way to his head and bend that thing. But yeah, he looks amazing with the hood on and with the hood off. So you got lots of different weapons to work with this guy, so you got lots of different posing options. And this is the Dead Game Snake Eyes. I'm totally loving this figure too. He looks very cool. He stands out in the red as opposed to the basic black outfit that he normally wears, which is the same exact figure as this one, except this one's red. Looks very awesome. And just for some fun, you can pose them up with some of your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They're ninjas too. Let me know in the comments below who you'd like Threezero to make next in the G.I. Joe line. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of these cool figures, the third-party figures, and all the third-party previews that I do. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Until the next video.